Hello, this is davidji, and welcome to this week's Life Tools. Yes, de-stressifying has been taking the world by storm. Who knew? It wasn't even a word 3 weeks ago, and now it's part of our lexicon. It's the real-world guide to personal empowerment, deeper fulfillment, and peace of mind. How do we get there? Well, we can focus on a couple of different things. One of the most powerful ways that we can do that is truly by cultivating the concept of meeting our needs. This goes back to Maslow in the 40s, where he created pretty much like a hierarchy of needs. He outlined it and said we all have these needs, that when they're not met, it constricts us and holds us back, and we are, without reward, we are driven to meet needs higher and higher and higher until ultimately we become self-actualized. That's what de-stressifying is all about, allowing you to become self-actualized by meeting your needs, by cultivating your awareness, by making better choices, by mastering your emotions, by consciously communicating, and by discovering your purpose, living a purpose-driven life. But let's go back to needs. Let's go back to the 4 basic needs, the needs of the heart, the 4 A's: attention, affection, appreciation, and acceptance. These are needs that all beings, Peaches the Buddha princess is even requiring some of these, especially attention and affection, on a consistent basis. But when you find yourself frustrated or sad or despondent, or your needs are not being met, identifying which of those 4 needs, I'm not getting enough attention, or the right attention, or the attention I need right now. I'm not getting the affection, the self-affection, the self-kindness, self-compassion, self-forgiveness, or affection from others, either physically or emotionally. I'm not feeling accepted. I'm not feeling included. I'm not feeling acknowledged. I'm not feeling recognized. These are very, very real, at home and in the workplace. If we can identify which of our needs in a particular moment is not being met, we can then consciously communicate it. In de-stressifying, I go really, really deep into the concept of communicating consciously, because if I can communicate consciously to you what my need is, there's a higher likelihood that you'll help me meet my need. If I expect you to guess what my need is, or if I don't communicate it well, or if I box you into a corner, or if I make a demand, then that form of violent communication is not going to get you on my side to help you meet my need. This is not about manipulation. Some of the greatest peace processes on the planet were started through nonviolent and conscious communication, finding the common ground, finding what you can do to meet another's need, finding out what they are willing to do, as opposed to you guessing they were supposed to do something, and when they didn't, you get annoyed or shut down or lash out. So this week, let's put our attention on communicating our needs in a conscious way to those around us. And it starts with telling them how we feel. Essentially, when this happened, this is how it made me feel. This is what my need is. Will you help me meet my need? Just starting with such an innocent process. And if you want to go deeper into it, I suggest you dive into de-stressifying, because it lays out so many different ways to communicate consciously and express your needs to those at home, at work, in your life, even the person you're ordering your coffee from in the morning. Let's spend this week communicating our needs consciously and inviting others to help us meet them. From the sweet spot of the universe, this is davidji, and I'll see you in the gap. Namaste.